Last week I put out a couple of videos about the Neo Sploosh-o-matic showing some gear builds for you guys. One of them was a very aggressive build and the other was more passive. I think that the Neo Sploosh has a great toolkit for either type of playstyle. It's got good painting and good special for spamming if you want to play passively, and it's got beacons and a deceptively strong main weapon if you can get in close if you want to play more aggressively. So my goal with these matches here was to try to find a balance between the two. Just a second ago you saw me try to pressure that dynamo roller off of the roof on the left. I was playing very aggressively there, but I tried to minimize my risk by having a beacon behind me and by backing off pretty early. Because I preserved my life in the beginning, I got to use my special, jump on tower, and then get blown away by this mini splatling. But hey, at least my beacon is still alive, so I'm able to jump right back on in there. When you jump to a beacon, your map automatically closes, so make sure you reopen it so that you can tell if anything's happening near that beacon. That dynamo roller tried to kill me as I was jumping in, but because I had an eye on the map, I was able to avoid that, and I went on to get value out of my life by splatting the person riding on tower, and I should not have jumped on tower after doing that. I should have backed up, got my special, and tried to get us a nice foothold into this match. Instead, I just dove on tower. I was like, alright, I did what I needed to do. I avoided one death to the dynamo, I got one kill, now let me just throw my life at the tower. I did a decent amount of work there, but I could have gotten more value if I just did not throw my life away on the tower and instead tried to charge up my special. I was hanging out on this roof for a while, but I should have been dropped down below on the left so I could better assist my teammate. Instead, we just got splatted one at a time. My fault there. I am now going to soar gracefully through the air, starting off as an Octoling, but landing in Kid form, and then I swoop down in Batman form and just wreck that Dynamo's day. I'm running away here and honestly kind of just dilly-dallying at this point, placing a beacon. I should just be trying to get those missiles as soon as possible. Here we go. Got him now. And now I gotta use them. The Dynamo knows that I'm over here now because he saw the direction that the missiles were coming from, but I just play real passively. I'm not going to try to kill him. I'm just going to try to take some more turf so that once that Dynamo did have to turn around, I had the paint necessary to swim up to him and kill him. And then I'm actually able to just repeat the exact same thing because there's still enough turf in the middle for me to get up to the tower, kill one person, and then get sniped by the E-Leader 4K. Nice shot. It's a 2v3 over on the far right side in favor of my team, who just picked off their dynamo roller, so now it's looking real good for us. We're going to be able to start off our own push. It doesn't even matter that I did not help at all in killing that blaster, because my team just vastly outnumbered him in that area. I'm pushing forward really aggressively now, because I know we've got a strong advantage with the enemy team spawns staggered. We've got a numbers advantage. It's time for us to press forward and try to get that game-winning push. Really happy with these Tenta missiles. I waited just an extra moment because I knew somebody should be respawning soon, and I was able to catch 3 people there. And then I throw a beacon far forward here. It doesn't end up getting used in this match, but I do think that that is a good beacon for when you're trying to get that final push in tower control, just in case somebody dies and you want to get that one person back in a little bit sooner without them needing to jump directly onto tower. I don't even get to use my Tenta missiles here because the game ends. Now let me show you the gear that I was wearing, just in case you were wondering. And if I could change one thing about this build, I would trade all that run speed away for some sub power-up so I could get to my beacons faster. Be sure to check out the aggro Neo Sploosh gear ability build video if you want to understand more about why each of those gear abilities is inside of my build. By the way, if you guys want to leave a comment letting me know what weapon and mode combination you'd like to see, I'd be happy to help you guys out. If you have any questions, that's all good. Just let me know down below in the comments. This video I'm making because somebody very special requested that I use the Neo Sploosh-o-matic in Clan Blitz. I know this is tower control, but I just couldn't figure out the best way to use the Neo Sploosh in Clan Blitz, and I only want to upload these videos if I actually have something to teach you guys. So there may be some weapons that I just don't use at all, or there may be some weapons that I use in a different mode like this. Oh look, a suction bomb. Yum, let me just eat that right up. Alright, before I got wrecked by that suction bomb, you saw that I went out of my way to build up some missiles, chuck those at my enemies before climbing onto tower. Unfortunately, there was a well-placed suction bomb waiting for me up there, but usually missiles are a good way to distract the enemy and get a push started. I'm gonna let the enemies push the tower and instead go for this little flank here, but we didn't have any mid control, so I got flanked by that nasty Octobrush. I was gonna jump into this beacon here, but as you can see on the map on the bottom right, there was an enemy there which I spotted, so I'm able to get this easy free kill just by paying attention. If I wanted to, then I could have actually jumped to that beacon after I got that kill over there on the right, but instead I decided to just kind of swim over towards middle. I'm going to throw a beacon down here. I like this one because it lets you see if anybody's on top of that middle spire. Ugh, got wrecked by that Octobrush again. That cleave damage is so strong. It doesn't need to be aiming anywhere near you at all, and it just damages everybody that's around it. You still gotta respect good Octobrushes though. Even though they don't need perfect aim, they need really good positioning. We're pushing the tower here, so we need to get control of this platform that I'm standing on now. Mission accomplished. My team killed 2 people there. I put some shots onto that Octobrush. I should have backed up. I shouldn't have allowed myself to end up in this position here. It's just another one of those situations where I could have gotten more value out of my life if I just backed up instead of dying for basically no reason. I'm jumping back in here, and I really want to get another Batman swoop kill on this person who's running through middle, but I just completely am unable to track them. Eventually, I do finally kill them there. Then I jump onto tower, throw some beacons down as shields, but the enemy throws a suction bomb which just destroys both of them, and then I get obliterated by the Akimbo Uzis. I was standing like right on top of my teammate there, which made it so easy for us to just both die instantly at the same time. That is a positional mistake. I should have tried to attack from a different spot. Anyway, we still got a really nice lead out of that, and now there's going to be a lot of pressure on the enemy team to try to get themselves back into this game, and this is why I think that the Neo Sploosh really shines in modes like Rainmaker and Tower Control, because you can get yourself a really nice lead by playing very aggressively, and then when the enemy is getting desperate to force their own push past your score, you can punish them as they're all clumped up with your missiles. Ugh, look at that slick movement. I totally bamboozled those dapple doolies. This is kind of a random beacon. I should have placed it a little bit further forward so that it could be more helpful if somebody needed to jump in and help us finish this tower push. I'm able to seal the deal on this game by preventing the Charger and the Dapple Doolies from stopping our tower push. Both of them were shooting at me in that very last moment there. That Charger was in kind of a catch-22 situation at the very end because they could either deal with me or deal with the tower. And if they decided to deal with the tower, then they knew that I would be able to just swim up to them and kill them while they're looking at tower. So they decided to go for me, which allowed the tower to tick down to 0. What that Charger needed to do was trust his Dapple Doolies to take care of me or kill me, and instead focus their own Charger laser onto that tower. I ended up killing those Dapple Doolies, so I would have come back and killed that Charger. Anyway, so that was just a guaranteed loss for him, sorry. Here's a little piece of another match. I just want to show something to you guys. So I jump in here, and I'm painting the area behind just because I want my team to be less susceptible to a flank. That's not what I want to show you guys. I'm about to get my missiles. I could have gotten more people. Again, that's not why I'm showing this. Right here, I started painting the middle area, and then I turned around and started painting this area behind me. Now, as the enemy is pushing into me, I'm already pretty much cornered, but if I had painted the area behind first, and then tried to head towards middle, I would have just been in a better position because I'd have had some room behind me to run away. I wanted you guys to see how even small little nuanced decisions can make a big difference when you're trying to play in a defensive manner. I'm starting off this game by playing like it's a match of turf wars, getting a whole bunch of turf, trying to earn my special as soon as possible to get a nice little push started. Here we go. I'm gonna try to maneuver myself to capture more people in the missiles, but in the end I just take the 2. Now you're gonna see me really just waste a lot of time messing around with this N-Zap over here. The N-Zap is already not accomplishing very much for his team just by being over in this corner, so I should be focusing more on middle, trying to help us push that tower. But alas, here we are, just 2 supports wasting each other's time. Finally, I decide to head over to middle. I get wrecked by that Clash Blaster. Probably shouldn't have tried to challenge that. I should have just tried to build up Tentamissiles again. I was almost there. Jumping into a beacon, booyahing the whole way across. How nice. How nice it must be to be a cephalopod in this world. Ooh, that roller went for a nice flank. It almost would have worked if I wasn't there to protect my Hydra. I'm challenging this Clash Blaster up top again, but this time the tower is there as a piece of cover, so it makes it much easier for me to win that fight. Tentamissiles on me. Watch out, Hydra. I'm coming in hot. Busting out Tentamissiles of my own, using them to scout out the locations of my enemies. There's one on the far left, one on the far right. I need to get over to the left to protect my Hydra. I'm just a little bit too slow and he dies. I got a kill, so I felt like, oh, let me push forward and press the advantage, but I failed to take account of the fact that my Hydra just died, so there was no one really covering me from getting pinched there by the End Zap and the Clash Blaster. I should have backed up because I knew that my Hydra was down. I really caught this roller by surprise, probably. I don't think he had any idea I was jumping to my beacon right there. And really, I think this whole team just was not ready for me to be where I was because of my beacon, so they just got completely caught off guard by me. I almost got the delayed quad, but that nasty End Zap had to kill me with the auto bomb. There are no beacons on this map, so I want to get into a spot where I can place one for my team. There we go. Now I'm going to start painting and going for middle. I ended up dying because I went in way too aggressive without enough support from my team ready to go. I should have played it way more safe and just tried to build up my Tentamissiles. Most of the time when I am dying with this weapon, it's because I'm going in way too aggressively, and in those moments I should just be playing passively, building up Tentamissiles. As annoying and cancerous as it may sound, that's my advice, it's really the way to play this weapon. I'm playing very aggressively right here because my team is trying really hard to push the tower through this checkpoint, but my aim was potato, so my whole team died before I was able to actually help and do anything. But that's the other thing you gotta do with this weapon. Once again, I'm just trying to find the balance. You want to be really aggressive sometimes and much more passive other times. It's such an art to understand when to do what with this weapon, and I really enjoyed learning and playing with this playstyle. I found it very, very engaging. I recommend that you try it out if you feel like you're somebody who doesn't think they have a lot of like mechanical skill and would like to try to win games just by being a little bit more strategic. Thank you very much, Volgachi, for suggesting that I play this weapon, because honestly, it has taught me so much. For the rest of this game here, I'm just going to keep on trying to be really aggressive to try to get ourselves back into it, because right now we have a score deficit of 30. We have a lot of work to do if we want to win this game, and honestly, I'm kind of just falling into the trap that I was describing earlier, where the team is just getting really desperate to keep being aggressive and pushing, when I really need to just kind of take my foot off the gas pedal at certain moments and figure out when I have time to build up Tentamissiles and get us a real actual good push going. So the enemy is pushing the tower even more right now. We really want to stop this, and I just got a little bit too eager, pushing just too far forward right here. If I was like 2 steps backward, then I could have tried to hide behind that little wall of cover by stepping to the left. Either way, the beacon that I put down and the small little amount of pressure that I applied allowed us to stop that push. I used this way to let my team know that I spotted a roller back here, and we cleaned that guy up. This is looking like it's our chance to like get our comeback push, but my positioning is just not good. I'm not doing anything right here. I'm literally just making Tentamissiles land where the tower is going to be. I think I should have just left the tower for one of my teammates to jump onto, and instead tried to get up in the enemy's face and try to distract them, or maybe even kill them. And then if that plan had worked out and we actually had gotten a push started going, then I would probably want to build up Tentamissiles, shoot those out to keep the push going even more, and then go for another really aggressive pushed up attack. And yeah, that is maybe the line of actions that I could have taken to let us win this game. Anyway, that was a fun set of matches, both to play and to commentate. I hope that you guys learned something. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you really did, I much appreciate it. I'll see you at the end of the next video. Bye-bye.